April 28th, 2026, Proverbs 16:8. Better a little with righteousness than great gain with injustice. 2 Corinthians 12:7-9, or because of these surpassingly great revelations. So to keep me from becoming conceited, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan, to torment me. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is perfected in weakness." 1 Corinthians 9:13-14. Do you not know that those who work in the temple eat of its food, and those who serve at the altar partake of its offerings? In the same way, the Lord has prescribed that those who preach the gospel should receive their living from the gospel. Acts 18:3, and he stayed and worked with them because they were tent makers by trade, just as he was. Philippians 4:14-19. Nevertheless, you have done well to share in my affliction. And as you Philippians know, in the early days of the gospel, when I left Macedonia, no church but you partnered with me in the matter of giving and receiving. For even while I was in Thessalonica, you provided for my needs again and again. Not that I am seeking a gift, but I am looking for the fruit that may be credited to your account. I have all I need and more now that I have received your gifts from Epaphroditus. They are a fragrant offering, an acceptable sacrifice, well-pleasing to God. And my God will supply all your needs according to his glorious riches in Christ Jesus. Reflection. All that we have and hold is greater in his righteousness, no matter the quantity. This is always better than anything we can gain through illicit avenues. God is very intimate in his knowledge and knows exactly what is required to keep us centered within his will. There is never a time that God doesn't get it. All inconsistency is an obligation for us to adjust our perspective so that we align with God. He will not adjust to us simply because we are certain. Paul asked God to alleviate him and then changed his perspective to hold on to the provision of the experience and learn to embrace the lesson. Many suggestions come from Paul as a point of interest and good practice. For those who seek to focus exclusively on the gospel, the work of the gospel becomes their means of income. This is determined by the work of the gospel. Paul later says that he chooses to rely on the work of his hands and the provision of God, so that no one could make the claim that they were the ones who funded Paul. Paul was consistent with his bondservant role to Christ and would rather die from poverty under God's design than to thrive on the blessing of another human. This is more to show the providence of God and less about the pride of Paul. Prayer. May we hold the loving devotion that Paul showed as our own. You ensure all that we require, and you provide all that is needed. We are brought into your blessing for the blessing of your glory. Show us that lacking in hands while being surpassed in spirit is the currency of heaven.